Welcome to the Aggie Athletics Coaches Show, brought to you by Charles White State Farm. My name is Shawn Joy, and we are joined today by head equestrian coach Kacey Ward. Kacey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much. We appreciate your time. We know you're busy, and we look forward to hearing about the team today.
Of course.
So let's get into the fall. What's the fall look like for you guys? Practice-wise, what have you guys done since August?
So we've got quite a few new kids, and I've got quite a few returning kids this year, and it's almost like I got a whole new team because I had quite a few kids point up last year. And when I say point up, they can work every year when they join the team, when they get put in a level, and they have to get 36 points, and then they can move up a level. So if they start in the beginner, which is walk trot, and they move up, then they have to learn to lope. And I've got 3 kids that are learning to lope this year. And so it's kind of like we're starting all over, but they're doing fantastic. We practice 4 days a week, and it usually goes 4 to 5 hour practices. We start at about 2:33, and right now they're a little shorter because daylight, but we were going till 7, 8 o'clock at night, and their work ethic's phenomenal. And we had our first show in October, and they all did great. We had a few touch and go horse draws, but for the most part, everybody did phenomenal. Eva Johnson, she was third for the high point for the weekend. She won a reining class one day, second in the other day, and second in the horsemanship both days. And so she's well on her way to qualify for regionals and hopefully nationals again this year. So,
awesome.
Yes.
That's good. That's awesome. So you guys practice 4 days a week. You're out there, out there multiple hours. Talk about your roster a little bit more. How many kids you have, and kind of where are they from?
Yep. I've got 13 kids. I've got 3 foreigners. I've got 2 from Canada and 1 from Germany.
Germany, that's cool.
Yep,
nice.
Yep. She was actually an English rider this is her 3rd year on the team. That I converted over to the dark side, to the western side of
there
things.
You go.
So, but
cool.
She's doing phenomenal. She qualified for regionals last year, and she's on her way to qualify hopefully for regionals this year in the loping class. So she's doing really good, Jolena DeMann. And I've also got a freshman at Adelia Weeb. I probably butchered her name. We're still working on that. I call her Addie. And then Sydney Carey, she's on the show team, and she does a lot of things. She's also from Canada. I've got 3 from New Mexico, Eva Johnson, Mitchell Ulam, and Caitlin Skinner. She's actually hurt at the moment, so she's not able to show this year, but we're hoping for a comeback in February. So
nice. Hopefully she does.
Yes, yeah. She had an injury before our show season even started, or the school started, from a horse accident at home. So, and then I've got a few kids here from Oklahoma, and they're kind of from all over. So
gotcha. And now they're in the Panhandle.
Yep,
right?
They're in the lovely Panhandle.
So what events at a show and at practice? What events do you guys specifically show and practice with?
So it's basic horsemanship. What separates us from like a ranch horse team that other colleges have, and like the rodeo team, is we have classes. I can take somebody that has very little to no knowledge. I don't take anybody that doesn't know how to ride, but I can take someone with a general knowledge of a horse, and I can get them show prepped and ready to show. And I can also take someone that has all the knowledge in the world, that is a professional rider that can go win the world. Like Eva, she's qualified for the Run for a Million. She shows all over the country. I can take both ends of the spectrum, and they're broken into classes of their skill levels.
Okay.
So we've got the beginner, and they break the rookie class into 2 sections, so it kind of breaks it up so the beginner isn't thrown in to those higher level rookies.
Yeah.
So we have rookie A and rookie B, and then level 1, level 2, and when you get to level 2, you can also do horsemanship and ranch riding. You can do 2 classes.
Okay.
And then when you get to the open class, you can do horsemanship and reining.
Okay, cool.
So yeah.
What's the level below a beginner? Because that's what I would be. There'd be beginner,
And then the level below.
Here, and then probably another level.
The level below is we're going to teach you how to brush a horse and saddle a horse, and then you'll be a beginner when you step on.
Sweet, awesome, good deal. But that sounds like you guys are doing well, and it's a good mix of levels that you guys have on your team, which is good.
And it's great. My upper levels do a phenomenal job to help me with my lower levels and really help build their confidence. We can pull them all aside, and my upper levels will help me, and I can pull one of my lower levels aside while they pull a couple others aside, and we all kind of help each other out. So
nice. Well, that's good. Working together and making the team better. We had a show in October in Oklahoma City, Southern Nazarene. Talk about that. What did you see that day, and what did we do well that day, and what are some things that we got to work on?
So at Southern Nazarene, to keep our travel costs down for the whole region, we actually show 2 days. So it's 2 separate competitions. So the first day, it was a little touch and go for everybody. We hauled a bunch of horses. They had a record number of rides. We had, I think, 20 some ranch riders when we normally have like 10 or 12. And we had Mitchell Ilom, he won his reining class, and then we have a few things to work on in the horsemanship, but he came in strong. They don't always pattern both days, so we got to work on some rail work and stuff, just staying on the rail with some of my lower levels, but for the most part, they all did pretty good. We got to have some more confidence. A lot of my greener kids, they just gotta be a little stage fright.
I gotcha.
It's a lot when you show up to a show. It's pretty fast paced. Like you're kind of sitting there all day, and all of a sudden, when they call your class to the draw table, it's okay. You go draw. You got to go look at the horse sheet, find out what horse you got. You go find somebody to talk about your horse. You stand there, you get on, and then you get sit in the ring. Like it's a lot of. As soon as you find out what your horse is, it's a lot right there for them to figure out how to compose themselves through it all. We got to work on that a little bit more, but it's kind of hard without actually being in the moment. It's kind of hard to prep them without them knowing what it's going to be like. So hopefully going into our show this weekend, we kind of have a little better idea to actually breathe. And
the more experience you have at anything, it's going to be a benefit. So let's talk about this weekend. West Texas, A&M is where we're going. Just kind of give us a preview of the weekend and what you want to see and a little bit about what we're going to do this weekend.
Yep. So this weekend, I was kind of pushing for him to cancel actually with the EHV outbreak going on with horses. It's gonna be pretty tough this weekend with the horsepower. WT has a phenomenal set of horses, but as every college does, they have a really great top end, and everybody, even my personal horses that my team rides, we all have a lower end of horses. So without bringing horses in from the public, we're going to be riding those lower end horses where they normally bring in a lot of outside horses, and us being a horse provider normally, we're going to have a lot of luck on our side for the draw. This weekend, we've really been working on composure and having a little more cadence and relaxing and everything for a lot of my lower levels. My upper levels, Mitchell Ilom, he spent the last 22 days in Oklahoma City at the World Show.
Oh, nice.
He helps John Briggs and Bryce Briggs. I can't remember how many world championships they won, but
a few.
Yeah, got a lot.
Yeah.
With between their non-pros and everything, but he helped them for the last few days. Nice. And so he's pretty prepped and ready to go. Eva, she's always prepped and ready to go, and we've been spending a lot of time trying to work on our lower levels and get them a little more prepared, and they know what's coming now. So we just need our drawing to be on our side.
All right. Well,
but it'll be good. I don't think we have to worry about any with the outbreak or anything. It's a closed campus. The state vet approved the show, like University of Vets, everything like that. So we're going and we're just riding university horse. They're university owned horses, and we had some rider caps implemented that doesn't really affect our team, but it'll affect some other teams. But it'll be a good show. We'll go in and we're going to have positive attitudes, and we're just going to hope we can draw good horses. And if we don't, we're going to go in for learning experience, and we're improved for next year.
Awesome. So speaking of next year, after this weekend is your guys' last, show of the year.
Yep.
What does the spring look like for OPSU Equestrian?
So we'll still practice a little bit when we come back from Thanksgiving break. Sorry, I got the holidays confused. It's all coming up so quick. And then as soon as we get back from Christmas break, we'll go right into practice that first week. The 31st and 1st, I believe, are the dates. Without my calendar in front of me, we'll go to Texas Tech.
Okay.
And then I might be butchering the dates. Whatever the weekend is, about the 22nd, 23rd of February, we'll go to Las Cruces, New Mexico. And that'll be our final regular season show and our regional finals.
Gotcha.
So whoever gets pointed up to go to regionals will also show at the regional finals in Las Cruces the same weekend.
Oh, okay.
So then from there, we'll actually hopefully get to travel back to Las Cruces for semifinals.
Yeah.
And at semifinals is, I can't remember how many regions all come, but it's all the Midwest regions.
Okay.
So Oregon, California, Montana, like this whole side of the country will be at semifinals. And then from there, we qualify top 4, go to nationals, and that'll be in North Carolina again at Tryon.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah. And that's where Eva and Mitchell went last year. We went through all the stages last year with them.
How did they do last year?
We were 4th in the nation last year. They both were.
Nice.
Mitchell was 4th in the ranch riding, and Eva was 4th in the reining in the nation. So
4th in the nation. How many teams in the nation? What is 4? What does that put us out of?
You're talking against Findlay, every university that's got an equestrian team in the country.
Yeah.
And a few from Canada.
Okay, cool.
So it's across the entire country.
Nice. So we finished
hundreds. Upon hundreds.
Upon hundreds, and we finished 4th. That's pretty.
And there's a qualifying. I think there was 15 in their class when we got to nationals.
Mm-hmm.
But to qualify to get to nationals, we had to weed out everybody.
Yeah.
So
good deal. When we were 4th, that's 4th nationally and internationally with Canada.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yes.
Do you think, looking ahead, and I want to get too ahead and count our chickens before they hatch, but do you think 4th place or better is attainable this year? Do you think we could do the better? What do you think the outlook looks for nationally?
I think as long as we have our horse draws and everything, so Mitchell, he can't show in the ranch riding again because since he qualified for regionals, he's pointed up, he's actually showing in the reining against Eva this year.
Oh, okay.
But they both can qualify, and I can take both of them in the reining against each other, so we can go 1 and 2.
Let's go 1 and 2, yeah.
So that's what we're going for.
Okay.
So I think it's very much attainable. I got 2 of the top raters in our region.
Nice.
And we have a lot of our other schools like Tech and WT. We beat them pretty consistently.
Nice.
So those 2, I think it's very obtainable for those 2 to get all the way to nationals with each other again this year. As far as placing, last year I think we could have won it if we had a little different horse draw. As long as our drawing abilities are good, I think we could go all the way again.
Okay. So talk about the drawing process. You've mentioned that numerous times so far. Obviously it's important.
Yes.
But what is that, like you said, drawing abilities or whatever? What is that like? What does that look like?
I guess the drawing ability is so you're relying on you're always going to have 2 or 3 horses that are phenomenal, and they're going to fill the class with what they can. And all the horses are going to be really good. But and it's not always the best horse is going to win the class, but if the best rider gets the best horse, that makes it that much easier. But when you have the top riders all in the same class, like Eva and Mitchell's class in the open reining, and like Texas Tech have really good reiners, West Texas A&M have really good reiners. When you put those caliber of riders in that class, you got to have those top horses in order to really do good. And everybody stubs a toe. It's just part of it. But when you get on the national side of things in the semifinals, it gets even tougher.
I bet, yeah.
But and sometimes, like when you get to the national level, nobody really made a mistake. It was just having those horses that could plus maneuvers that had that little bit extra class and style that those kids could get out of them, where some of them were just a little plainer.
Yeah.
And like for our other classes, the drawing, when you get to a show, you can they'll split our horse warm-ups into our upper levels, which is level 1, level 2, and open horses, and then our rookie and beginner horses into 2 separate warm-ups. All the kids can watch the horses warm up, and you take notes. We get a horse sheet that has a description of the horses with their name on them and name or number, and you get to watch all of it. As soon as they're done warming up, they'll call the first class to the draw table, and they'll draw what horse they get on. So, and that's all, and you can go talk to the horse owner or provider, and then they get on and they get sent in the ring. They can't control the horse before they go in the ring to get judged. As soon as they get on the horse, we get stirrups adjusted. They can get led in a couple circles. As soon as they can control the horse, they're being judged.
Okay.
So once they get out there, if their reins are a little off, they got to kind of figure it out a little bit. Or if their stirrups are a little off, they just kind of got to deal with it. Like we got to, we do a lot of practice. Like, all right, this is mock show. Get on. Are your stirrups good?
Yeah.
No, you're not going to go trot a circle and go lope and go figure this out. You got to tell me right now. You're going to walk. You can walk a circle around me, and that's it. Like you got to tell me.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay.
Like right here and right now, what your stirrups are going to be. Like we got to practice this. You can't go trot and lope and decide they're not good, because at a show.
Yeah.
You can walk a circle and that's it.
I got you. So that's interesting.
Yeah,
well,
it puts a whole new perspective to people that don't really know anything about it. It's just an equestrian. Well, it's a lot harder than some people give it credit for.
Well, somebody who's a below beginner, I give you guys a lot of credit, because what you guys do, it's amazing. It's special. Not only is it the athletes, but it's the athletes with the horse.
Yes.
I mean, that's so much of a dynamic that I think is really special that you guys do. And so, we hope you guys get a good draw this weekend in West Texas. We wish you guys the best of luck, and good luck the rest of the year, okay?
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. That does it for our latest episode of the Aggie Athletics Coaches Show, provided by Charles White State Farm. We'll see you next time.